on October 2nd, 2019, the first trailer for the upcoming Harley Quinn film, Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, dropped online. Within those 2 glorious minutes, I was exposed to something that felt different, unique, and ambitious. Now it's been over a year now since that first trailer dropped, and after seeing the film half a dozen times, I have some thoughts. It's a film I seriously can't stop raving about, from its technical ambition to its fresh and thematic heroines. It's a film I haven't stopped thinking, talking, and messaging about. So, finally in this video, I'm going to attempt to vent all this love out, and give a glorious and unabashed rhapsody about why I love Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Birds of Prey is a glorious glitter bomb of a film that shares more in common with John Wick and Guy Ritchie films than its superhero peers. It's sporadic, bombastic, and sassy, but has enough love and empathy to balance out this crazy concoction. But before we dive into the heart of this film, I have to ramble about the technical aspects, because they just blow my mind. The action is an operatic and brutal dance that is just incredible to watch. I love how each character has their own unique style of fighting that shows off their characteristics and personality in such a great way. They're captured beautifully in wide shots and one-takes by cinematographer Matthew Libatique. In fact, the end of the booby trap brawl was shot in one take, meaning the actresses did all of these stunts themselves, which is just incredible and the kind of Tom Cruise Keanu Reeves commitment I love to see. And let's go back to Libatique, because he killed it with the cinematography. It's spunky and is brimming with personality and colour. It's a kind of visual craziness and fantastical that fits Harley so well. We really see a different Gotham from Harley's warped perspective, playing around with the grittiness of these streets we know, while having these pops of colours and fantastical elements that fits this film so well. So yeah, I love a lot about this movie. From its cinematography to action, I love its weird ass structure and sense of fun. I love its musical number. Seriously, any movie with a musical number is amazing. And I love the way Harley runs out of the scene. This has literally become my comfort movie, and the biggest reason beyond all the glitz and glamour is its central characters and themes. So let's talk about Harley, the center of this chaotic and anarchist lunacy. After splitting from the Joker and calling open season on herself, she finds herself alone and entangled in a criminal world. Harley's journey in this film is one of discovery and independence, because for the first time in a long time, she's not playing second fiddle to anyone. However, first she has to deal with a long list of comeuppances. Faced with all the bullshit she's put everyone through, she has to fight tooth and nail, not only for her survival, but to finally prove herself. She's a fighter, breakfast lover, and a
mercenary.
But most importantly, she's Harley fucking Quinn, and she learns that's enough. She doesn't have to be the good guy, and she doesn't have to be some second fiddle bad guy to some power-hungry gangster. She just needs to be herself, find her worth and independence. And that's the story of all these Birds of Prey. All of our protagonists in some way are constricted and suffocated in their lives, and throughout this film, they become the empathetic warriors they were destined to be. From Dinah's and Renee's manipulative workplace to Huntress's quest for revenge, director Kathy Yan and writer Christina Hodson lace these characters with oppression, but always have their empathetic and individuality at the forefront, never losing the human connection through all the colour and noise of the film. It's empathy first, and boy do I have none for Black Mask, a truly great antagonist. Linked to the birds in various and mischievous ways, he is the root of their problems, the one keeping them in place. Always throwing a tantrum, yet somehow constantly a threatening figure. Clearly given everything from his parents until he was kicked out, he pleads. He's a self-grown man. He's a collector, not of various masks and statues, but of people. He literally owns people, and that piece of shit needs to be killed. He's the one who's got to be defeated for our great protagonist to become emancipated. And that's the golden word. It's right there in the title. Not only does it describe the journey of its central characters and the film's main theme, but it's absolutely the best way to describe this film. It's a film that breaks free from the rest of its peers in the comic book genre. It doesn't escape it going for a more grounded take like Joker or Logan. Instead it goes full berserker mode, jumping straight into the colourful and splashy images of the comics while infusing itself with a Guy Ritchie Tarantino premise. Top that with the action of John Wick, all mixed together by an acid pit that was blown up in a firework display of explosions. This thing jumps in and out of different timelines, different set pieces and characters, but never rushes an important moment. And this all comes back to Cathy Yan's direction. I love the superhero genre, and I love when movies like this come along and bring something new and interesting to the table. This is a film I can easily ignore my minor flaws with, because of how much damn respect and admiration I have for it. Yan is a director who wants to focus on character. Despite the incredible spectacle of Birds of Prey, Yan is a director who wants to focus on the humanity of these characters. She said it was important to show Harley's vulnerability and Huntress's awkwardness as much as their badassery. I love moments like this, but I also love these weird and personal moments like this. Something that tells me this isn't a Birds of Prey film. It's not a Harley Quinn film. It's a Cathy Yan film. And she dared to be different. She dared to break free and let Birds of Prey be a true emancipation. Cathy Yan's Emancipation.